This is North Texas Weather Center with your latest 4-minute forecast as we do have a lot to get to in this forecast. The temperatures out there this morning, all of us are actually fairly mild out there. A lot of us are right now in the mid to upper 50s, closer to 60 in Dallas this morning. It is going to be a very warm day too. This will be the warmest day of the week by far. All of us by lunchtime into the mid to upper 70s, maybe even closer to 80 in Weatherford. Eventually by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, all of us will be very warm, even almost like summer. A lot of us will be in the low to mid 80s today, and it might shock you because it is still winter and we are going to be fairly warm today. Our average high for this time of the year is 61 degrees, so definitely enjoy today. By the way, tomorrow, the cold front will come through. We'll be in the 60s tomorrow morning. That will drop after lunchtime. Many of us will drop into the 50s and even some 40s by the afternoon hours, so just keep that in mind for tomorrow. We have a chance for severe weather today, and that is a potential. A slight risk does include areas in DFW and along the Red River Valley. This is for the potential for some large hail, damaging wind gusts, and the potential for an isolated tornado. And this is all things that we'll have to monitor this evening. Let's take a look at the future radar. So this morning we should stay dry for the most part. There will be a chance for a few passing showers or a downpour early this afternoon. Most of this will stay east of I-35. Eventually showers and storms will start to develop west of I-35 this evening, primarily from Abilene to about Weatherford. That'll be the best shot for some storms during the early evening hours. Eventually by 8 you can see some strong to severe storms do exist. Golf ball sized hail will be the maximum hail size that I'm forecasting for tonight. Damaging winds up to 65 miles per hour again will be the maximum that I'm expecting, and a tornado threat still exists, especially if a cell does become discrete, which there could be a chance that the cap stays strong enough for us to only see some discrete supercells, which if that does happen, we very well could see a severe weather threat that does include a potential for a tornado or two. That would be about it. That should primarily stay along or north of the Red River Valley, so DFW should be clear from that threat, but just be prepared just in case. Eventually, by about 10 o'clock, you can see the storms continue. Most of the severe storms should probably stay along the Red River Valley. Eventually, going into the overnight hours, we might still see a few showers or storms lingering. Eventually, though, these will move off to our north and east, and they will not be severe after about 2 or 3 in the morning. So no overnight, or really far overnight threat is expected. And eventually, we will probably stay dry tomorrow afternoon. We might see a couple of scattered showers closer to eastern Texas, but that would be about all. Alright, obviously we have a big chance for a wintry storm again, and this could be in the form of ice, so we'll have to watch this pretty closely. Let's take a look at future radar. So going into Wednesday, we have that chance for maybe some isolated winter precipitation as early as Wednesday morning. Still some uncertainty of where this does occur, where that freezing line will be, and all of that, but we can definitely expect the chance for some ice accumulation on overpasses and bridges, and maybe even on some isolated roadways as well as early as Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon to the evening hours, again, we could see the potential for some ice and freezing rain. Sleet, also a possibility out of this, and eventually going into the Wednesday overnight hours, it continues, and even more light to moderate light freezing rain and sleet, will be possible going into Thursday morning. Primarily rain far east of I-35, and eventually going to Thursday afternoon, most of this will start to clear out. We very well could still see ice, though, going through Friday morning. Eventually, it should melt off, though, going to Friday afternoon. So, obviously, there's a big difference in between a couple of computer models. So, one computer model is currently showing that we will see temperatures below freezing in many areas. That almost includes all of North Texas. This is the North American model, and this also is very clearly shown on the GFS as well. But the European model keeps the freezing line well back off to the northwest, not really including DFW. So there is still some uncertainty of where this freezing rain will set up. So we very well might not see any ice in DFW. However, we very well could see some ice in DFW. It's still kind of a toss-up right now, which we'll see. I think there's probably about a 70% chance that we do see some ice to some extent in DFW, while there's a 30% chance that we don't. But we're definitely making sure you're prepared just in case this does happen. Ice accumulation, according to the GFS model, you can see it's very well depicted that we could see some ice in DFW, anywhere from as little as maybe 1/20th of an inch up closer to half an inch in some spots, which could very well cause some power outages. And then the European model showing minimal ice accumulation here in DFW, primarily off to our north and west. So what am I forecasting for North Texas? Well, I think off to the northwest for areas like Wichita Falls, Gainesville, Bowie are going to have the best shot of just seeing a wintry mix. That will likely be in the form of freezing rain and sleet. That will likely cause ice accumulation. Now, there could be a little bit of cold rain. There also could even be some snowflakes out there that could potentially have some coating to half an inch accumulations. But other than that, it'll primarily be ice. Now, down closer to DFW, I would expect primarily a mix of cold rain, sleet, and a freezing rain. This means that there could very well still be some ice accumulation out there, and this is as of right now. Again, this could very well change. This might shift a little bit further west or even further east, so just keep that in mind. And eventually, all rain is expected, and it's going to be a cold rain anywhere for areas like Terrell, Corsicana, Waco, so anywhere south and east of North Texas. That's where we're looking at the chance for just rain. Here's your latest 7-day forecast, so you can see over the next several days. Again, we will be dropping in temperatures. We'll only be in the 30s for highs both Wednesday and Thursday. Eventually, by Friday and Saturday, we will start to see temperatures incline closer to about 50 degrees on Saturday. Sunday will probably be the best day of the weekend. We'll see sunny conditions and temperatures into the 50s. This forecast is brought to you by Platinum Contracting, Dallas Antenna, and THD Vehicle Doorstep.